Just going up. They're not going down. She's the only candidate with momentum over the last month. Her numbers are surging. Everyone else is in the back seat.
Republicans want to win back the White House. Is Nikki Haley your best bet?
Former South Carolina governor gaining new momentum.
It is very clear who the most electable candidate is in every poll, not just the CBS poll, and that's Nikki Haley.
The hottest interview in Iowa is Nikki Haley. She is the traditional Republican, and the media, they just love the idea of a Trump alternative storyline. And she is a Trump alternative. Some of her team comes from Marco Rubio's 2016 third-place finish in Iowa, but Rubio won Iowa's suburban counties. Places like here in Des Moines, Polk, and Dallas County, plus Scott, Johnson, and Story counties. Democrats and independents can become Republicans for a day to caucus for Haley, something that she will need to have happen in order to do well here. Not only to do well here, but to do well in New Hampshire and to have a chance at the nomination down the primary fight. We caught up with her at a rally yesterday.
Incredible rise over the past couple of weeks. Let's assume a New Hampshire victory. What's the plan from there?
I mean, go and make sure that we are doing strong in South Carolina. This is just about building. Our goal is to make today better than yesterday. That's it. So strong in Iowa, strong in New Hampshire, strong in South Carolina, and keep it going from there. And we think that's going to happen.
I understand we've seen, as we talk to people around Iowa, the enthusiasm among a professional class, establishment, you might say, Republicans. How do you draw over, and that's, establishment Republicans, working class, professional Republicans, enough for second place in Iowa for sure, or in New Hampshire, or Hampshire win. How do you pull over working class Republican Trump voters?
I mean, right now our focus is to try and win everybody, not a certain group, not a certain anything. I mean, Republicans have lost the last 7 out of 8 popular votes for president. I've said this over and over again. That's nothing to be proud of. We should want to win the majority of Americans. The only way you win the majority of Americans is if you have a new generational leader. 75% of Americans don't want a Trump-Biden rematch. They've made that very clear. What we're saying is we're going to go in with new solutions. Leave the negativity, leave the baggage of the past, leave the old names of the past, and let's go forward. That's what Americans want. They want that for their kids. They want that for themselves. They're tired of the chaos.
You saw perhaps the Axios reporting about Democrats and independents coming over for the Iowa caucuses. A lot of Iowans saying, hey, I'll register same day and switch to vote for Nikki Haley, maybe an anti-Trump vote. Do you welcome that?
I do welcome it because we want to win a majority of Americans. That's why you see in every poll, head-to-head with Biden, I crush Biden. I crush Biden because right now, everything you hear me say in a Republican primary is going to be no different than what you hear me say in a general. We're trying to win everybody. And that's what the Republican Party should be doing, is to grow the tent, not shrink the tent. And so I've always tried to say, I'm going to talk to everybody. I welcome everybody. Am I conservative? Yes. But if you listen to the issues I talk about, people are relating to those. That's what they want to fix. They're not happy with where we are. They don't want to go through 4 more years of chaos with Trump, and they want something new and fresh, and that's what we're trying to offer them.
Fair enough, and no doubt it is a general election message. Why do you think the electability issue, which you trounce any Republican on, doesn't quite make the case with some Republican primary voters?
Well, we haven't had a caucus yet. We haven't had a primary yet. So, I mean, if you look in the polls that came out even yesterday, I'm the only one that goes up. Everybody else has gone down. So, I mean, if you look at it, everybody's trying to pull all these questions out of it. That's what they were saying when there were a dozen candidates and I was 2% in the polls. Now it's going into a head-to-head race going into New Hampshire, and they're going to find something else to talk about. For me, I take it one state at a time and focus on bringing in as many people as we can. That's it.
Well, look, and you're the only candidate in Iowa who's talking about the polls and not having to explain the polls, right? That's a good place to be in. We'll look really far forward. If you're the nominee, would you ask Donald Trump to be your VP?
Well, I'm not going to think about who's going to be my VP yet, but in 6 months, I'll be happy to tell you who.
You'll be happy to have a conversation? Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.